Hi everyone, welcome to Diana's Table. Today we're going to be making 두부전골. This is actually the first formal dish that I learned to make from my mother-in-law. At the time when she taught me, I thought, oh my goodness, it's too much work and very difficult and not really as tasty. So I was not very happy about having to learn to make this. But over the years, I've really appreciated her time and effort to teach me. And now I can share this recipe with you. This is actually a little bit complicated, but it has the wow factor and is perfect dish for when you're entertaining special guests. So I only make it on special occasions, but it does look beautiful, it tastes wonderful, and as such, it takes a lot of time and effort. But once in a while, you have to try something new, right? So let's get started. So we take a regular tofu. I'm using medium firm here. I'm not going to need the whole tofu. I will probably just use half. And actually, I want to show you the inside. It's very thick, right? Very smooth. So this is the kind of tofu that you need. Going to cut it in another half here and cut it into slices about an inch thick. I need to season it with some salt before I pan fry it. So I'm going to spread it out. Sprinkle some salt on top, and we'll let it sit for about 5 minutes. I'm going to prepare the vegetables now. Cut the vegetables about the same size as the tofu. I'll just take it as a sample and about, I don't know. And for the zucchinis, I don't want to really use the inside, so I'll just use cut the outside like this. And this, again, I want to cut it into like matchsticks like that, just to make sure that they're all equal in size and width. So with the carrots, you have to do it the same shape and size as the zucchini. So all the vegetables will be about the same size and shape. So I'm going to be making it. I know it takes a lot of work, but trust me, the end result is very beautiful. And this goes the same for the radish, cabbage, minari, and mushrooms. So it's actually taken me about 30 minutes just to prepare the vegetables. As you can see, it looks really beautiful, and it is important to cut them in same size and same shape. And finally, I'm going to just put some lemon in just to make the broth a little bit fresh. So I'll slice the lemon, just maybe 3 or 4 pieces. And then I'll be finished with the preparation. Get the seed out. Okay, finally I'm done. Let's get cooking. In a frying pan, I put some oil in, put maybe a tablespoonful. Make sure that the oil covers all the bottom. Wait until it shimmers again when it's ready. And then I'm going to put the salted dubu in there. Cook on both sides until they're a little bit golden brown. So, okay, the sound is good. Lower the heat a little bit because I don't want the tofu to burn. So it's golden brown on both sides. You don't want it really too dark because, you know, all the vegetables are very nice and bright colors. So I'm going to transfer it to a paper towel just to get all the excess oil out, because you don't really want it to be too oily either. So if you have a sort of a medium-sized casserole pot like this, a round one is perfect. You do want some depth because we're going to pour some beef stock into the stew. I'm going to put the vegetables around first. I will use the radishes, a lot more radishes, because radishes gives off really nice taste to the broth. So put the radishes facing each other like this. Then you have to really think about the color combination. Very pretty with the onions, green onions here. And then we'll put the carrots. This next. It's already becoming very colorful. I think I put the zucchinis in. Napa cabbage, which is white, so I put it between the greens here. The mushrooms go in. Make sure all the pretty side is on top. Now I'm going to put the tofu in. So usually we make this tofu into little pockets filled with beef, but I'm going to just do it plain because it's a little bit easier. Once the tofu is ready, I put it into the middle because it is 두부전골, where 두부 is the main character. So we wanted to have the main stage. Oh, and I'm going to put the lemon slices in. And I think this looks good. Does it look good? I have beef broth. This, I'll put the recipe down in the note below. But basically is a brisket with onion, green onion, and some garlic. So I boiled it for about 40 minutes. I want to keep the shape and the look of this. So I pour it very slowly. You don't want the broth to cover over the vegetables, but just to the bottom. Just so that it covers just to the top portion. Because if you put too much broth in it, then when it boils, all the vegetables will move around and lose its space. And then when you open up, it won't look as pretty. So it's always important to have the broth just to the top part of it. We'll turn the stove on and cook it for about 10 minutes. So it's been 10 minutes. Looks beautiful. Let me taste it. Taste the broth. The lemon really provides that fresh tartness. It's really good. I just add a little bit of salt, just because although it's fine with me, it might be a little bit too bland for others. And then some pepper. And we're ready to eat. So 두부전골 or 두부 stew is ready. Let me help myself and see if it's as good as it looks. So one tofu, some minari. I want to taste every one of the vegetables. You have to make sure that the radish is cooked, and you can tell by the way that it looks a little more transparent. Let me get some broth. So it's nice and hot, but I don't know about you, but it's perfect for me. So I hope you will enjoy it. It does take a lot of effort, but it's worth the effort. So happy cooking and happier eating.